Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I think there's some validity to this statement. It seems as though the Democrats are lacking an element of wisdom, a little bit of common sense. Let's take it back to old adages. You've probably heard this a million times. Don't pick fights that you're not likely to win. You gotta choose your battles wisely. Well, again, this is basic wisdom that's been passed down from generation to generation, but it's basic wisdom that the Democrat Party at large simply hasn't been able to internalize. And how do I know this? Well, I think it's a pretty obvious statement. Democrats constantly pick the dumbest battles. One after another, they choose the one issue that's gonna backfire so freaking spectacularly in their face, like during the last election cycle where they chose border security as their key issue to run on. They simply have a habit of picking fights that they cannot win. Might as well mention the Kilmar-Abrego-Garcia situation, and well, now we've got another one, the DC crime debate. I think this is the latest example. For some reason, they think they could spin their way out of years of chaos, decades of street violence. They think they could explain it all away or spin the whole narrative with these little race-baiting tactics and media theatrics, but it all just keeps falling apart. And of course, just to make matters even worse for the Democrats and their pathetic attempts here, they've now got a narrative brick wall, I'd even argue a narrative immovable object to deal with, and that's Justice Jeanine Piro, the latest addition to the Trump administration. Well, let's just say the fake news peddlers aren't exactly having a good day being locked in the White House press room with her. She is absolutely excoriating these fake news hacks. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so just take a look at this.
Thank you. I want you to report on
But
this.
you said
This is important.
You said it's guns on the street that's causing this problem. Are you concerned that the DOJ's funding cuts to gun violence prevention programs undermine
Oh,
the
stop it.
efforts?
We are putting all kinds of resources onto the street.
What about the gun
That's all we've got. Thank you, guys. In
Thanks.
April, Martin issued a press release hailing the drop in crime rates at the end of it. What changed?
It's never enough. This changed. This changed. It's never enough. You tell these families crime has dropped. You tell the mother of the intern who was shot going out from McDonald's near the Washington Convention Center, oh, crime is down. You tell the kid who was just beat the hell and back with a severe concussion and a broken nose, crime is down. No, that falls on deaf ears, and my ears are deaf to that. And that's why I fight the fight.
Man, I gotta tell ya, Judge Janine might be my favorite addition to the roster. And I really don't think it's any surprise why. I mean, she's got it all. I know the Democrats were going on and on trying to discredit her recently. She's just a Fox News host. But as we know, she is so much more. From her trailblazing career, her illustrious legal career, to then becoming a household name in the mainstream media, I think Democrats are gonna learn the hard way that she's not somebody to be underestimated, and she's certainly not somebody to be trifled with or messed with. She's got it all. She's got character, she's got intensity, she's got passion, she's got intellect, and above all, she's got charisma. She's no DEI hire like the rest of these Democrat female trailblazers. No, she's the real frickin' deal, the real McCoy. And actually, I kind of alluded to Democrats learning the hard way. Well, to be honest, I think they're already learning the hard way. I mean, she absolutely destroyed this ridiculous left-wing stance. Don't you know that crime is down 25%? Folks, just look at this chart right over here that was posted by the Trump team. That's the Washington, D.C. homicide rate in respect to other major cities. Well, what do you notice? It's significantly higher. Well, that's what happens when you apply the magic of per capita. I know Democrats really struggle with that one. But yes, what is so difficult to understand? Even with crime being down over a 1-year period, the numbers are still too damn high. They're unacceptably high. But the Democrats want you to accept the numbers as they are, rather than accept any involvement from President Trump. Complete clown behavior. But once again, just sticking to the topic, it's Democrats latching on to another losing issue. And I know that it's a losing issue because we're going through the exact same steps as we always do with these bogus Democrat narratives. You got the lamestream media here bringing all kinds of guests, hoping that all these these guests are going to do their bidding and push forward the message. But of course, as expected, or as unexpected if you're a lunatic Democrat with your head so far shoved up your behind, you can't see past your frickin' nose. But anyways, MSNBC brings on the former Capitol Police Chief as a guest, most likely hoping that he'd probably jump on the bandwagon and bash the federalization of DC. And oh boy, did that backfire hard.
What's your sense of how this will work?
After listening to the press conference yesterday, I feel much better this morning. Just in the last 24 hours, Chief Pam Smith of the Metropolitan Police Department has spoken with Terry Cole, the interim commissioner for the Metropolitan Police Department, at least for the next 30 days. They have spoken. Mr. Cole has told Chief Smith that we would like MPD to lead this effort. He wants this to be a collaboration. And frankly, that's the only way I see this as being successful. As a former police chief, if somebody would have come to me and said, "Hey, we're going to bring 500,000 more law enforcement officers in to assist you," what's not to like about that? You could certainly make an impact on crime with that kind of surge. But this is going to be a temporary thing. Make no mistake about that. This is not something that can be sustained over a long period of time. Yeah, I'm very encouraged that Chief Smith and Mr. Cole have talked about this being a collaboration, and that MPD is going to basically lead the decisions on how these resources are deployed.
Exactly. More cops, more resources equals safer streets. It's really not that complicated. But of course, it's very complicated if you got the Democrat brainworm. Well, actually, let me just show you. Here's the Democrat line of thinking.
You don't think more police make streets safer?
No, Joe. I'm a black woman in America. I do not always think that more police make streets safer. When you walk down the streets of Georgetown, you don't see a police officer on every corner, but you don't feel unsafe. So what is it about talking about places like Southeast DC, right? Ward 8, if you will, that people say, well, we need more officers to make us safe. I think we have to rethink what safety means in America.
More cops doesn't equate to safer streets because I'm a black woman. What the hell does that even mean? But I guess there you go, folks. Case closed. Apparently, we're supposed to ignore basic cause and effect because, identity politics, oppression pyramid. But going beyond that, actually tapping into her argument, she drops this absurd Georgetown versus South DC comparison. Georgetown doesn't have that many police officers. Well, what's the difference? She's obviously attempting to make a racial point. It's just a crackdown on black neighborhoods. What's the difference between Georgetown and the various ghettos that surround us? Well, I don't know. Maybe the murders, the gangs, the open-air drug markets, the constant thefts and robberies. Hello, is anybody there? Clearly not. Empty head syndrome. Yeah, obviously, Georgetown boasts a little bit of a different demographic. You got highly educated, law-abiding neighborhoods with successful, productive people and families. Obviously, those neighborhoods don't need the same policing as areas with sky-high violent crime rates. Duh! That's not racism. It's called the reality of the world that we live in. And by the way, I guess she doesn't realize this, but Georgetown has black residents too. Oh, there's black people who live in Georgetown. So please spare us the lazy race baiting. Clearly, the conversation here is about behavior, culture, and crime patterns, not skin color. And you know what? I just said the perfect word. That's the word to describe it all. That's the overarching theme. Just lazy. Frickin' lazy. It's no surprise why they lose every argument, because they come in from such a dishonest angle, and their arguments every time are just lazy. And so no wonder, despite all the noise, the Democrats are again losing, and people are slowly admitting the truth.
I came all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue this morning. So peaceful, yeah. I don't smell no weed, yeah. I don't see no homeless people. I mean, I came all the way through the southeast side, all the way down here. You can see now I'm at the White House, jump, man. It's quiet, yeah. It's a shame that it takes somebody to have to sit in your classroom in order for you to be in order, yeah. Because that's what it feels like, yeah. And mainly, young, you got the problems. It's us, man. It's always us giving everybody a bad name, yeah. We'll see how long this lasts, yeah. How many murders was it last night? How many carjackings was it last night? And y'all keep on posting all these data numbers and things of that nature that y'all see everybody else reposting. The stuff that came from the Metropolitan Police Department and the mayor, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Let me tell you something. You can't be that stupid. You can't be, man. You can enter whatever numbers you want to make whatever report show what, but you can't hide the crime, young. You can't do it.
Yeah, it seems like deep down many people know, and I think the more time passes, more and more people will come to that realization, and Democrats will just continue to lose day after day. Yet again, Democrats picked another battle they cannot win. They're trying to spin more policing, taking care of law-abiding citizens to ensure that they don't get robbed, mugged, attacked, even murdered. They take that and try to spin it into some sort of evil plot. But obviously, most people aren't dumb enough to fall for it. And so I guess all we could say is, nice try, Democrats, but once again, you guys have thoroughly played yourselves.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.